time for another book update. We are in the spring and I'm behind progress because it's been so busy, which is great. I'm happy to be busy, especially because this time last year it was like, oh, what are we gonna have anything to work on ever again? Oh no. And now it's like, oh, when am I gonna get a break? Oh my goodness. So I've been really busy and I haven't been able to make as much progress as I like. But today I hunkered down and I was like, I'm gonna get through, finish chapter 1, everything I need to do, and I did. And I know that I've talked before about how emotional I get when I work through the book and I have the meetings with the production team, but it still surprises me every time. So I'm working through chapter 1, and part of this process, working with this team, they ask me a series of questions to help me kind of like focus and make sure that the content is exactly what it needs to be. So we have the outline already for the entire book, and now we're narrowing in on each individual chapter. And it's sort of like an interview process, and I'm writing all of my thoughts, ideas, and the specific answers to the specific questions to help put it all down and get it all written. And the book, as I've mentioned, it's Lou. She's going from, naive girl into the workplace and figuring out how to navigate corporate America. But it starts from when she's in elementary school, and that's really the first time that a lot of us experience these, navigations with communication and politics. It happens even on the playground. At least it did for me when I was like, wait, what is happening here? I was not normal, and I am actually this year learning some new things about myself and my, the way my brain works and the way that I process information and communicate information, things that I just thought, no, I knew that they weren't normal. I always knew that they weren't normal, but I'm getting a new perspective and new insights on the way that my brain works it's eye-opening. I'm not completely ready to share all of the details about that with everyone yet because I am still very much processing and I don't completely understand everything. And yeah, I'm processing. I'm processing, and I will probably share details about that soon. And y'all will probably be like, how did you not know? Oh, God, you guys. Anyway, I'm going through it and I'm remembering things from elementary school, from high school that I've experienced and how they really shaped the way that I interact with people, not just from my family life, but even from those interactions, the way that I think about things, the way that I react to other people, the way that, certain teachers maybe said things or reacted to me or perceived me shaped the way that I then went into the workplace. And I didn't really appreciate that until going through this process. And so I encourage all of you watching this video to kind of look at that and say, was there something as I was going through school, maybe many somethings that happened that made me pause and sort of adjust the way that I entered the rest of my experiences with other people, right? And it could be so subtle, so small, or maybe it could be very big thing. And it's not necessarily the interactions that we had with other kids, right? I barely remember those. I don't think those were as impactful sometimes as the interactions with teachers, and sometimes not even my direct teacher, but it could be passing, right? Just so many different things that happened as we're growing and learning and maturing and figuring out who we are, that I think we kind of take for granted. And it makes me look at my child and how they're growing and experiencing the world. Oh, life, ugh, it's fun. It's an experience. And so just trying to figure out how do we navigate that for others, and then how do we go back and look at what we've experienced and how it's shaped us. I don't think that we often appreciate everything, and going through this process of writing the book, I am appreciating so many things now that I see them for what they were. But this is such an amazing process, and I am so delighted that I get to share it with all of you.